back with another conversation here at MODEX 2026 at the Clark booth. I'm Sean Rains, host of Between the Forks, the official Clark podcast. And I'm joined by Mr.
Jim Hammond.
Jim, where do you work?
I work for a company in Northeast Ohio, Valley Industrial Trucks.
Okay.
Yep.
What's your role there?
Well, I'm the previous owner, but currently I serve as the president of the company and run the company, as well as the company that purchased my dealership, Alliance Material Handling.
How did you get into this industry? Lost a bet?
Yeah. So I went to my college degree was in industrial marketing from Youngstown State.
Okay.
And there was a job opening for a forklift salesman, and industrial marketing kind of matched up pretty well with that. So yeah, that's where I got started.
How long ago was that?
That was 1993. I graduated.
93.
Yep. Yeah, I graduated in May 23rd of 93, and I started my job actually on May 2nd while I was still going to school. 3 weeks training and hit the roads selling forklifts.
How about that?
Yeah.
So what was your first experience with Clark?
So Valley's been a Clark dealer since 1956. So it's actually our 70th anniversary this year. And my first experience was we were a Clark only dealer, and that's the product I sold every day.
Still selling it.
Still selling it 33 years later.
So I guess you like it.
It's not boring.
Is there anything in the last, even this year, that you're kind of excited about? New things from Clark?
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff happening. A lot of good product happening. New products coming out. I think this lithium technology that they have is going to be exciting and something to really go to the market with to talk about for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some of the areas of industrial marketing where there's still so much room for growth? Like we're just not quite there. What do you see there in your experience?
The Clark brand has been one of the most well-known brands in the industry for years and years. You see a green forklift, you know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And as you notice by my shirt, I just went to the Masters this weekend, and it was amazing the philosophy and the brand that they've built and the way they promote it. Everything at the Masters is Masters.
Yeah.
There's no corporate brand names. When you order a drink, it's a cola, not a Coke or a Diet Coke. You order a beer, it was a light beer or an import beer. So it was really cool to see their philosophy and their marketing of their brand and the success, obviously, that they've had. I consider like Clark that way. That Clark brand is really well known, and I've known it for a long time.
I love that example, because how smart is it to actually remove all of the other branding that is going to oftentimes confuse or put too many. I mean, how many marketing messages do we all see on a daily basis? Even 10 years ago, it was like 1,000 or it's a lot.
Yeah.
Which is going to load somebody's mind up to the point of overload in what they're thinking. Now I'm just drinking a cola at the Masters, right?
Right.
So,
Right.
And I think you're right. Clark seems to really understand that legacy brand doesn't need to be polluted by other things.
Right.
So,
Right.
What's one of your favorite things about the role that you're in now?
Again, it's fun. This business is fun. It's different every day. My favorite part is just working with all the people that I work with. It's a big family.
Yeah.
There's about 53 or 4 people in Ohio, and there's 270 plus in our other branches in Maryland and Virginia and DC. And so that's the fun part about it.
Do you have to travel a lot in your role?
I'm starting to cut back on the travel, but a couple days a month. Yeah, it's not pretty. I stay in the home base pretty much. Yeah,
Some
near
of the
home.
first things that you tell somebody that's brand new to selling forklifts? Like they never sold a forklift.
Always do what you say you're going to do. If you tell them you're going to do something, if you tell them you're going to call them back, just do what you say you're going to do. You do those things and people will respond to you. People buy from people still.
Yeah.
More than they buy a brand. I think they still, in our business, buy from people that they like and they trust. And
Yeah.
again, if you don't do what you say you're going to do, they're going to call somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Yeah.
you're right. You know, my background is primarily automotive, and you just said something that I've said for decades. It's a people business. Right?
Yeah.
They're not buying from your logo. They might like the logo, they might like your brand, but they're buying from people.
Yeah.
So preparing yourself to be able to, you know, remove somebody's tension around that experience of educating them so they might be able to make a purchase. Like nobody likes to be sold anything, but everyone likes to buy things.
That's right.
How well did we prepare them to say yes in that purchase?
Yeah, the internet has obviously changed that substantially, but people still want to buy from somebody they like and trust for sure. Yeah. Yeah, we've been very fortunate. We at Valley, and at Alliance, we've surrounded ourselves with good people, good hardworking people, and that's why we're so successful, really.
When you're educating like new team members or even, you know, somebody who's about to make a Clark purchase, what are some of the things that you like to make sure that people understand about Clark products?
Oh, that it's a well-built quality product. It's not cheap. It's not going to be the cheapest thing that you can buy. But it is well built. It'll serve you and keep you up and running. And eventually it'll break. And when it does, you'll be able to get the parts and the service from the local dealer to get it back up and running. That's the most important part, is keeping it running.
Does it end up being a lot of cost of ownership conversation in that? So it's
Yeah.
like, don't see the cost of everything and the value of nothing. See that you get a well-built quality product, and that's actually over the lifetime of something. You probably keep it longer. It'll last longer. It's one thing to maintain or service a forklift. It's a whole other thing that you got to buy an entire truck because it's built so poorly. Does that ever factor into?
100%. It's what we do every day. We sell that cost of ownership and good quality equipment and after support for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I just got one off the farm question. What do you like to do in your spare time, Jim?
I play a lot of golf.
Yeah, I'm getting that a lot. He's interviews a lot of golfers.
I wish the more I play, the better I would get, but it doesn't seem like that's the case.
Well, okay, so a lot of golfing. Well, you're in good company. It seems like a lot of guys in the forklift industry like to play golf. Where are you based out of?
I live in Youngstown, Ohio.
Oh, so you're playing your golf there. What
Yep.
about when it gets cold? How do you play it? Go indoor?
I go to Florida.
You got it well mapped out. Thanks for sitting down and talking to me, Jim.
Absolutely.
Great conversation.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Nice to meet you. Yep.